So guys, welcome to the video. This is part 2 of basically weekend project. So in the last part, basically in the first part, I just told you what we are about to build basically. So basically you see the list of products, right? Whenever you clicked on a product, you get this view icon that you have already viewed this product. And when you close the browser and even if you start it again, it will show you what all items you viewed it. So it's going to retain the state. So we're going to use client database to achieve these kind of stuff. So let me show you. Let's get straight back into action. We're going to use handlebar, we're going to use jQuery, we're going to use local storage and a lot of that. So I'm excited to teach you. I hope you are also excited on this journey of learning. So first of all, let's create an empty file. Let's call this as a YTD because I'm going to delete that. So I'm going to create a very blank HTML file right here. And also let me put the snippets right here on this section. Yeah, that's much better. Now the very first thing what we need to do is basically, first of all, we need to import all the libraries that is necessary. For example, the jQuery, the Bootstrap, the handlebars. So I'm gonna do that. I have the links of all their CDN, so I'm gonna do that here. So here you can see I have linked all the CDN here. Now what I'm gonna do is basically, if you walk over to the Bootstrap website and if you say Google Bootstrap cards, I want to show you, I'm just grabbing the snippets from right there, and then we'll use handlebars and stuff like that to achieve this kind of functionality, and we'll connect to the local storage as well. So here you can see I can copy this, so let's make sure that this works. So I'm gonna start this on a new browser, and sure enough you can see it works, right? Now what I need to do is basically I need to define some kind of a template engine. So I'm going to use handlebars. It makes things much more easier. So what I'll do is basically I'm going to define a script tag here. Actually, you know what? Yeah. So I'm going to define script tag right here. Okay, so the script tag, I have defined it. Then what I'll do is basically I'm going to define a div tag here. So this is where the data goes in. I have a nice bootcamp on handlebar.js, so kindly watch that out first. Now let's define our data here. This is where we'll write our JavaScript code, right? So I'll say basically what I want to do is basically I'm gonna create a JSON object, this one, and if I want to display that using handlebars, to give you a quick recap, I don't know if you guys know this, but if you don't know, I would recommend please do watch my handlebar tutorial series. So let's do that. So this is how handlebar works, okay? So now here you would start writing your HTML code inside this, and then we'll use template engine to do that. So let's write something, man. Let's write a simple for each loop to see if it works. And we need to end this also. So you can say slash each. What I'm gonna do is I'm not gonna do anything funky here. I'm just gonna display the elements in an li tag, use Ginger templating. This one would be, I believe, since we are in a JSON, so has to be a name. So we have a name, right? So we'll type the name of the key here. Let's say this. Let's see if this works. We have some error, and we'll find it out. Don't worry, we have errors. Okay, that's fine. It usually happens. Oh, that is because we are not running the handlebar yet. So we need to compile our template. So this template, we need to compile that, right? So I'm gonna do that. Let me do that. So I'm gonna define my template script. So template script handlebar.combine my template, which I just defined it here. This is my template, and we need to compile it in this here, right? So we need to select that, and let me see. Hopefully that makes sense. Okay, now if I try to run it, I should see the names. Sure enough, it works, right? Now what I need to do is basically I need to define a card here, a custom card here. So I just copied from the Bootstrap stuff, so I'm gonna paste it so I can make the video more short. So here I'm just saying, okay, it's gonna be a little complicated, so I'm gonna be removing, let me get rid of all of that. Okay, so what this does is basically it just prints the name. Okay, for each of this, let me do this way. Okay, so for each name, we are adding this div element, right? So if I run it again, sure enough, right? But nothing happens as I click here. So what we need to do is now, whenever you click on each card, I want to, fire up a basically a function. So what I'll do is basically, let me see. I'm gonna add an on-click event here, and remember we need a unique way to select this card. So the only way we can do that is using an ID. So what I'll do is let's give a unique ID to this. So I'm gonna say ID. Let's name the ID as so let's name the ID. So I'm gonna say ID. I'm gonna say name hyphen, and then the value of the whatever the card is. So it's gonna be unique, right? Name dash, it'll be like Sawmill Nitin. So it's gonna be unique, right? So this. So if I show you, if I actually run this in the browser, I gotta start again. Okay, so now if I show, each card can be uniquely selected with that approach. Okay, so so you see name Sawmill, this one. Then so see, each card is unique. Name Nitin, so you can uniquely select it now. Okay, that makes sense. So now I gotta add an on-click event here. On-click event, I'm gonna say function. So basically you wanna trigger some kind of a function, right? So let's call the function as card handler, and let's pass the name of the card. So whichever product or card you selected, we wanna pass the name of that, right? So it's a function, remember, right? So now we'll pass this, which is the name, right? So I'll prove it, don't worry. You might be saying like, what the hell is going on? Okay, so pretty much it. So if I run it now, let me zoom out. Sawmill works, okay. Nitin. So basically, whenever I click on any of the card, uniquely I get the name, right? For example, Suhas, my mom's name. Perfect. So that's done. What we need to do is now, when you click on a card, you want to add like some kind of a CSS. So remember, we can select the card as name and then the name of the person. That's how we selected it, right? So what you can do, you can say $. So remember how we defined it, right? Hash name, and then there was a hyphen, and then we'll say the name in the function, right? Whatever name you pass in. So we want to add some CSS here. So we'll add border 1 pixel solid black. Okay, or let's make this blue. Blue looks more better. So now if I run the browser again, close the. So now when I click here, see, it's highlighting. See, now we want to add like a view icon there, right? So that's missing. So remember, there's a class called as what I did is basically in the name there's a simple I tag, and it has an ID, so I can select it uniquely. So all I'm gonna do is basically I'm just gonna add a class called as FAI, so which will add an I. I'll show you, hold on. So now I want to uniquely select each of the card. So remember, now I named this as I can show you, hold on. So I, and then the name, then instead of CSS, add class and FA. Okay, let's see if that works. Open that in the browser. See, we got an I. See, okay. So if you inspect the element, the I, so you see I tag, I Sawmill, so it will be unique. The IDs are already there in each card. I Sawmill, I Nitin, I Suha. So I added a unique ID, and then based on the function, I'm just selecting that ID and adding a class call as this, so it gives a nice effect. That's pretty much it, right? Now, one thing we want to do is basically we want to use local storage. So basically, whenever next time you close the browser, you open it back again, we want it to be retaining the state. What we can do is basically we can simply say local storage dot set items name. So we'll set the name of each card, right? So let me show you how it works now. So if I do this, I should left click, and I have to show you the application first. So if I go to the local storage, right now it's already there. So as soon as I click on Nitin, you see it's added. Now when we basically load the data, we want to check if that name exists in the database. If yes, then add the CSS. So that's the logic, right? So we can use a $each loop to achieve that functionality. But before even doing that, I want to add this all in a DOM element. So jQuery if the document is ready. So I'm gonna do that. Give me a second. Hopefully that one. Yeah. So yeah, that's the one. And now we'll put all the code inside this DOM. So paste it here. Okay. Okay, perfect. Let's make sure that it still works. Okay, works. So now what we want to do is basically whenever you do this templating, we also want to check that condition, so we can use the jQuery $each loop. So we can say index and val. I'm iterating on the JSON, this JSON right here. So I'm saying if the val is basically nothing but the name Saumil, Nitin, Shah, Suhas, if it exists on the database, that is on the local storage, then add the class FAFAI. That means you already viewed that card. Otherwise, don't do anything. Okay. So overall, everything goes like this. So now if we test the functionality, run that again. So you see Nitin and Saumil, I already clicked on it. So let me clear the browser local storage and again show it to you. Local storage clear. Okay, so we cleared it up. You can prove it. So here there is no data. So now if I refresh, this should go. Now I'm gonna click on Nitin. Okay. I'm gonna close the browser. Now when I open it again, I already clicked on Nitin, right? So he should be there. So you see, because it's there in the local storage, we were able to tell the user that you have already clicked on this card. See, Nitin. Pretty cool, right? So hope you have enjoyed this quick walkthrough tutorials on how you can make a functionality, for example, viewed card. So basically you already clicked on a card, or you already have viewed certain products and stuff like that. So I'm leveraging the use of handlebars. I love handlebars. I've been using it from a long time. I would leave the code in the description section below, so you can kindly check it out, kindly play a little bit and learn also. Yeah, as usual, if you have any questions, list your questions in the comments. My usual tutorials are pretty quick and fast, I know that. The reason is I don't want to bore people. Of course, if anyone wants to read more, you can go and read it, right? So just an overview. You'll do an AJAX call, or if you have some data, you will use handlebar to load that data. And basically, in order for us to select that card uniquely, we need a unique ID. So I created a unique ID here using handlebars, and for example, name, Saumil name, that's an ID. Then when you click on any of the card, I made an on-click event, I passed the name. And then basically when you click on the card, I'm adding CSS, like for example, border. I'm also updating on the local storage. And when the next time you load it, we make sure that if this name was there in the database, then add a CSS, otherwise don't add a CSS. Pretty cool, right? So I'm gonna leave the entire code in the description, so check it out and play with it. If you still have questions, you may post it in the comments, and I can try to get back to you as soon as possible. Once again, thank you for love, thank you for support, and see you guys next time. Goodbye.